can't wait to try this week's Crumbl. Guys, I cannot wait to try these. These look phenomenal. We have some classics and a mixture of amazing cookies. Hey everyone, it's Rosie coming at you with Crumbl Cookie. For some reason, they had about 12 cookies this week. They even had some from last week, which is a little weird, but I did pick out the new flavors that I haven't really tried yet, and I wanted to give some of these a try. Like, I haven't tried the original pink sugar in a while, and let's name all the flavors before we get into this. We have oatmeal raisin, which is definitely going to be my favorite. Me and my dad love oatmeal raisin cookies, so this one's going to be a hit. We have strawberry cupcake, New York cheesecake, which I love New York cheesecake when I get like them at like restaurants for dessert. Then I think this is peanut butter blossom, the original M&M cookie, and pink sugar, which they haven't had this one in a couple of weeks, so I'm excited to see it again. So these actually look really, really good. And also comment down below if your Crumbl cookie had about like 12 cookies, because it was a little weird because they had like 3 from like the Halloween week, which was our previous week that we did last week. So let's get into this week's though. Which one should we try first? I'm thinking to go with strawberry cupcake, which the icing is very buttery, so it's kind of getting on my fingers. But it has some sprinkles on it and looks like a nice strawberry icing on a plain old sugar cookie. Guys, I'd say the icing on this cookie tastes very strawberry. It's kind of giving like a strawberry milkshake or like a rich kind of strawberry icing vibe that maybe get on like a bakery cupcake or something like that. The cookie base is very similar to like the cookie base that I have on the pink sugar cookie that I tried when I got my first Crumbl cookie. And it is a pretty good cookie. The icing is like a buttercreamy strawberry kind of flavor. The sprinkles are just white old plain sprinkles. And it's a great cookie if you love kind of strawberry flavored things that are like rich but not too rich. And it's a really good cookie. So I'm going to give this one a 7.5 out of 10. I think they definitely did their thing with this one, gave it a nice strawberry cupcake vibe, and I do like this cookie. So again, I'm going to give it 7.5 out of 10. Got icing on my hand. The next one we're going to try is oatmeal raisin. I have been waiting all day to try this one. I mean, I love oatmeal raisin cookies. They're my favorite cookies on earth. So I'm thinking this one is going to be amazing. Guys, this cookie is immediately a 10 out of 10. I mean, oatmeal raisin cookies are my favorite cookies on earth. I know this sounds a little weird. I don't love raisins, but I love them in oatmeal raisin cookies. Let me say exactly what it tastes like. So I personally love Subway oatmeal raisin cookies. I think they're just really good, but it tastes like a nice, warmer version of that. So they're more like a chilled kind of cookie, like chili, like because it's a fast food place. But this one is nice and warm, and it's giving homemade cookie vibes. So I love this one. I give it a 10 out of 10. It's crispy. It's just giving that amazing homemade oatmeal raisin cookie vibe. And if you like Subway cookies, this one is going to be the one for you. It tastes amazing, and I absolutely give it a 10 out of 10. It is, when I say it, if you love oatmeal raisin cookies or just cookies and raisins in general, you gotta try this one. It doesn't matter if you don't like it or not. This one is the best Crumbl cookie you will ever try. I say that every single week, but there's something about it that is just so amazing, and you guys have to check this one out. It is phenomenal. Let's try our next one. I think we're going to go in with the classic pink sugar. I haven't tried this one in a while. Ooh, the cookie base is very like nice and like soft, and the icing looks amazing. So let's try our classic pink sugar. I would say this one is really, really good. It definitely even like nostalgic. I know this doesn't sound nostalgic, but like 2022 vibes when I got my Crumbl cookie, and this was the first one I ever tried, and I instantly fell in love with it. I mean, the cookie was like this big, and I ate the whole thing right when I got it. The sugar cookie is very soft, and like it sounds like a chilled cookie, and the icing is a nice pink frosting. It kind of tastes very similar like the buttercream icings that you get from Target, but a little bit more sweeter and richer, and it is a pretty good cookie. So I think this one deserves a solid, I'm not sure if I should give this an 8 or a 7 out of 10. I think we're going to go 7 because it's very a classic cookie, but it's not horrible. I do think it definitely has a lot of potential to it since it's the classic first Crumbl cookie, I believe, and it's a really, really good one, and it's pretty popular. So again, 7 out of 10. I do think it's a good cookie. So let's get into our next one. Let's go classic M&M. I heard this one is really, really good. I've never tried it, and I love M&M cookies, so I think this one is going to be really, really good. I think this tastes like a classic not oatmeal raisin. I mean M&M cookie from Crumbl. I've never tried this one, but it tastes again just like a Subway cookie. I don't know why. This sweet just is giving a Subway cookie kind of vibe. I love the M&M cookies from Subway, and this tastes just like biting into a nice bag of M&Ms. I actually got one of those, and it was delicious. I didn't even finish it. But yes, it's a really good cookie. I love like the nice M&Ms that are warm on the bottom, and it's a great cookie in general. So it definitely tastes very similar to the Subway M&M cookie, and it's definitely it's kind of falling apart, but it's definitely a really good cookie. I think this deserves an 8.5 out of 10. I think it's an amazing cookie, and it's giving like a classic M&M cookie vibe in the best way possible. And I do really like this one, so it's getting an 8.5 out of 10. It's a really good cookie. We have two more left. I think we're gonna try the peanut butter blossom. We're gonna have the best for last, New York cheesecake. So I want to get like the icing. So let's go, guys. The first thing I had to say about this cookie is what kind of name is a peanut butter blossom cookie? Blossom is giving like flower vibes, and that just does not go well with peanut butter, in my opinion. The chocolate on the top is very chocolatey, like a nice icing, a really good homemade like chocolate icing on the top. The cookie tastes very similar to the base of the M&M cookie, and it's also giving like kind of like a semi-sweet chocolate chunk cookie vibe without the chocolate chips. And it is a pretty good cookie. It does give off a very like peanut buttery taste. So if this one was peanut butter themed, I think it would taste very similar to this. It has a little bit of salt on it, which I don't love salt cookies, but it's not too overwhelming and not too much. So I think this is a pretty good cookie. I've seen some people say that this isn't the best cookie, but I think it's not bad. So I'm going to give this a 7.4 out of 10. I think it's a pretty good cookie, and I didn't think this one was going to be the best, but it actually is pretty good. I like the icing and the peanut butter, like chocolate chip cookie kind of flavor, and it is a pretty good cookie. So it gets a 7.4 out of 10. Let's try our last cookie, which is New York cheesecake. I love the real thing, New York cheesecake. Ooh, this is also a very squishy like cookie base. Guys, I thought this one was going to be the best Crumbl cookie out of all of it. Remember when I said, let's save the best for last? It's not the best. This is honestly just not my cup of tea. The icing is nice and buttercreamy, but it's very like overwhelmingly sweet and a little too sweet for my like type. Like all the other cookie icings, like the pink sugar, that was not too sweet. It was a nice, warm, not too overwhelming buttercreamy taste. And it has like some crumble cookie like from the cookie on the top, which I don't think that was the best move by them because the cookie it tastes kind of unbaked. It's way too soft for me. This one was very soft in a good way. This one just tastes like it wasn't even baked and it was way too sweet. This cookie was honestly everything I didn't want it to be. Way wet. Like when I say way too sweet, I mean I'm eating all these Crumbl cookies and this one was just not the best for last. Way too sweet. When I say it was extremely sweet, and it just didn't give off the best New York cheesecake vibe. New York cheesecake is definitely better than this, but it isn't the worst. It's not my cup of tea. So I'm always honest on Rose Avery. It's not on the higher part of the scale. It's on the lower. I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 10. It's not good, guys. So now I'm gonna be ranking my favorite to least favorite. First, we have, of course, oatmeal raisin. Then I think it was this one, which is pink sugar, then M&M, then peanut butter blossom, then no, it was strawberry cupcake, then peanut butter blossom, and then New York cheesecake. New York cheesecake was not good, and my favorite was oatmeal raisin because I love oatmeal raisin cookies. So you have to check out this week's lineup. Just don't get New York cheesecake because it is not good. But any other flavors you need to try. They are very good. So I'm going to give this week's lineup. All the ones were good except for the New York cheesecake. So I'm going to give this week's lineup a 7.6 out of 10. I think they definitely did their thing with it. They had a different mixture of classic and unique ones. Mainly classic is sweet, but they also had really good cookies that I loved. And I never had the oatmeal raisin cookie from Crumbl, and it was amazing. And I loved most of their cookies. So again, I'm going to give this week's lineup a 7.6 out of 10. You had to check out your local Crumbl cookie and go there for all the different weeks. They just have amazing cookies. Bye, guys. I'm going to hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, and get this video a big thumbs up.